What's up? How y'all doing today, baby? If your name is Sean Diddy Combs, I know you wish you would pay Cassie to go away because y'all, like 50 Cent said, the blood is in the water. Y'all, Diddy settled with Cassie. Listen, some people said 30 million. That's all capped. She got way more than that. Please watch my video on it. I break down the legal analysis, but forget all that. We need to talk about this next lawsuit. Y'all, Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane and D Woods and one of the member have come out and said that, baby, they got next. That's right. Blood is in the water. Oh, I know he wish he had settled. Y'all, Aubrey is not playing, okay? Now, Aubrey actually tweeted this. Let's get into this because you know I got the receipts and baby, we got details. And Puffy is going to be back because let's not forget that he completely ruined their whole career because he offered him the same deal. We'll call it the white fingernail deal. He offered he offered Aubrey and Danity Kane the same toenail polish, right? White fingernail polish that he offered Cassie. Only baby, they said no. And he did exactly what Cassie said he was threatening to do and destroyed their career. Oh, listen, Aubrey ain't gonna have to do she's not gonna have to do what do you call it? OnlyFans after this. Let's get into this. So Aubrey treated everyone's God loves them in their own mind. Everyone's God forgives them and understands their choices in their own mind. God allegedly may be subjective. That's when Puffy made his statement about the settlement where he was like, so he said something about God. You know, he's always saying something about God. Forget all that. Let's get into this because Aubrey was on the phone with D Woods and spilling tea on her IG story. They about to go off. Let's get into this. So if you guys don't know what's going on with Audrey actually gave a statement to she gave a statement to Page Six saying that she 100% supported Cassie. And I remember when I heard that, I said, that's sweet, but yeah, you up next. Because Aubrey has been one of the most vocal people for a while about how evil Puffy is. Again, it's her allegations, but he did settle in less than 24 hours with Cassie, and it was way more than 30 million. That's when he tried to bully Cassie and he thought this would go away. He just didn't realize how much the internet was waiting to drop receipts on him. So the thing is, Puffy, remember he did that whole thing where he made artists give the rights to Bad Boy Records, but they had to sign an NDA. Now, the thing is, when you sign an NDA, you might not know this. NDAs are very valid for protecting yourself. However, NDAs cannot protect you at all from illegal activity. So I can't make you sign an NDA that you saw me like bury somebody or I can't make you do that. Okay. However, right now, Puffy's charges were only civil. Cassie filed suit in New York State Court, California State Court, and also federal court. If you guys don't know anything about civil, it's not punishable by jail time. It's usually monetary or they do an injunction to stop you from doing something, okay? However, once that report that there was a secret report that investigation that the NYPD police officers were actually doing, that's when I think Puffy got shaken, right? Like, wait, this is going criminal. The thing is, why would that make a difference? Because even though you might have saw me do the A-Town stomp on somebody's face, if you signed an NDA saying that you will not disclose anything that you saw, you could be like, well, Tisa, that's criminal, right? Assaulting someone is criminal. But there were no criminal charges brought up. So if you said something, I could sue you for breaking that NDA. However, if the state brought up charges against me and I was convicted, then I couldn't get any type of reward or I couldn't go after you because, again, you broke an NDA for criminal action. The fact that it was made criminal after you broke the NDA is of no concern. Do you follow what I'm saying? So Puffy was shaken and he was trying really hard not to make sure anything went criminal. So that's why. However, Aubrey was one step ahead. Aubrey of Denny Kane said she got on the phone and she was like, yo, don't sign that mess. Do not sign that mess at all. There's actually video of it, okay? Let me give you guys a little background, then I'll play the video. They said Aubrey O'Day has made her way into the headlines after she commented on the recent fiasco between Cassie and Diddy. After Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy and accused him of so many things, he literally is like a monster, right? She spoke up and claimed she was in complete support. Then she went to Instagram. She said, I've been trying to tell y'all for years, praise up for this queen. She then went to page 6 and talked about how she supports Cassie. As the news about Aubrey speaking up against Diddy goes viral, many people pulled up that whole thing. She did an interview on December 2022. It was a podcast, I believe, called Her Daddy, where she claimed that she was fired from Bad Boy Records after she refused to do something she wasn't willing to. Okay, listen to this. First, let me put this up for y'all, and then we go and get into how she knew that the lawsuit was coming down. Puffy about to pay like Biggie Wade. Woo, listen.
Can you give us a little? I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me.
She got the Cassie deal.
Not talent-wise, but in other areas. Mm-hmm.
And were other girls doing?
I was the only one that was in those types of positions.
Wow. When you look back on that, how does that make you feel?
You know, I have such a love-hate with it all because I don't think I would have been able to be so successful in so many other areas had I not been trained under Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind games, like just all the girls were so divided, and the men and the people running it had their hands in it, moving everything. There was a lot of betrayal. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of, you know, when you're young and impressionable and we understand our beauty as women through the eyes of the people observing us. Well, who's observing us? Men. So we learn our beauty through a man's eye, which is very subjective. So it's difficult when you're that young to understand your worth as a woman through the men that I was around. And that was very traumatic. I don't think any of us have healed from that. They would be like, you're not hot anymore. Like, what happened? You don't have anything, like, you don't have any curves. You're looking like you're not looking like, I can't get people to think that you're my good looking person. And there was no Me Too at that time. There was no protecting anyone at that time. You signed 1 million NDAs and 1 million contracts that took away all your rights. So
really quick, that's just part one. But it's sad because Diddy and Biggie, but Diddy especially, were the ones that broke Little Kim down to the white meat. Little Kim used to be the Barbie. She was the doll. And she chopped and screwed her face up too much because they had that woman. She was just so thinking that she was just so like ill and disgusting, right? There is video of hers that surfaced on social media where she was talking about a specific NDA sent to her by Diddy and his labor. Listen to this, because this is the part that makes me go crazy. By the way, before you hear this, Aubrey also posted this on Instagram that I thought was wild, that let me know. She posted, she reposted somebody on her stories, and she said, they tagged her. They said, Aubrey O'Day isn't the only one who didn't sign that little NDA he was sending out. Okay, it was the headline. And she said, no, I'm not. Your girls, D Woods and Andrea Fibers, didn't either. Then she posted a screenshot of D Woods on speaker. Baby, I hope they are gearing up for the lawsuit. I hope Puffy is bankrupt from this. I don't care at the end of the day whether it was a trade. Baby, a monster is a monster is a monster. And the fact that somebody thinks that you would even agree to get H-Town stomped on your face for money. Maybe at first it was cool, but after a while, people are like, I want my soul back. And Puffy said no. Anyway, Aubrey posted a picture saying, truth is a sword and it's mighty. Your story and contribution to the gladness of others is a truly invisible and far-spearing shield. Be as clear as you can through the impulses and subvert the past patterns of losing to your anxiety. Just because it made you more digestible to survive, sometimes the danger is real. And the evidence that you're bound to be victorious is realer. Baby, that sounds like a threat. It sounds like a promise. Then she promoted her OnlyFans and she said, come chat. And I said, baby, you're not going to need OnlyFans after this year. You ain't going to need OnlyFans. Then she reposted 3 of Sean Diddy Combs' former artists expressed support for Cassie after the blank and blank allegations. She said, Cassie, we are here. She put Don Richards and your girl D Woods. I remember the way he tortured those girls, especially D Woods, especially, and Don Richards. He was telling, what's her name? You know what? Let's just get into this. I'll get into that later. Just hear this. All right. You got to hear this. Hold on. Let's get into this.
So a deal like this looks pretty good because you need the money or because you're scared to ever go against Puff. I'm somewhere in the middle of I don't give a fuck. So a deal like this looks pretty.
Okay. So if you're wondering what deal she's referring to the way Puffy said, I'll give everybody their rights back if you sign this NDA. So this is her explaining why she didn't take it.
Urge everyone to think about the headline versus the truth. And really what this seems to be is a way to shut a lot of people up. And what would be the motivation to do that?
Aubrey.
I think we're going to learn soon enough what it is. I already know because I know I have my ear to the street and I know everything that's about to happen. But
I can tell. Aubrey O'Day is a passionate lady. Aubrey O'Day is very passionate.
Yeah.
But I do want to say, like, I worked my ass off. You saw it. You remember us. We weren't treated right. And not only weren't we treated right, I have to release him for any claims or wrongdoing.
Okay, so she went on I'm splicing. I just want to make sure everybody knows where we're at. Now she's talking about what the waiver actually said. Here we go. Let's go.
Or actions prior to the date of the release. I have to sign an NDA that I will never disparage Puff, Bad Boy, Janice Combs, or Justin Combs' music, or EMI, or Sony ever in public.
So that you just got recently for this thing.
I got it a few months ago when he started doing this. So what?
Yeah. So y'all, what y'all think of that? What do y'all think of that? It's funny that in that release was and Sony Records. And it's interesting that Cassie was suing Sony Records. So everybody knew this. Well, not everyone. Aubrey said that she had her ear to the street. That's how she knew what was coming down. Let me just play this to you for one more time.
Urge everyone to think about the headline versus the truth. And really what this seems to be is a way to shut a lot of people up. And what would be the motivation to do that?
It's fair, Aubrey.
I think we're going to learn soon enough what it is. I already know because I know I have my ear to the street and I know everything that's about to happen. But
I can tell. Aubrey O'Day is a passionate lady.
Okay, you heard her. She said that she knew this was coming down. Again, sometimes I know it's hard, but Cassie got the spoils of war because she stepped out on that battlefield first. But now that sword is swinging, baby, Puffy is such an idiot. He should have settled with Cassie. I don't care how much she was asking for. And stop with the cap of Cassie was asking for 30 million. Puffy said that. Cassie ain't have no limit. She wanted everything. I did a whole video outlining why. Y'all, and this is just Dana DeCane. Who else is coming out? Who else didn't sign that NDA? And not even that. Gina, stop vacuuming them carpets. Put the Dyson down, right? Put the Dyson down and go call Cassie's lawyer. Gina, go call. I hope Gina didn't take a payout, but even if she did, it don't matter because I'm sure there are a million Ginas, y'all. I think this is the end of Sean Diddy Combs. I think I better not see not one woman standing next to him with white fingernails. I'm saying white fingernails are dead for the summer thanks to Puffy. I don't see how he can recover. I don't see how anyone can stand there and brag about anything he bought. I know people will sell their soul, and I'm not judging, do you, right? But at the end of the day, would you even be associated with someone that got this stink and everybody looking at you like, What you do to get that? Because girl, I don't even gotta ask. Cassie already told us, y'all. Listen, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm putting together a few videos. We are going to get down to the bottom of what was the thing that actually made him settle. It's going to be a heavy upload Saturday. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, let me know if you want me to go live. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.